Got my COVID shot. I'm not even going to tell you what happened till next week because fuck it. That needs a whole different fucking podcast to tell you the story. But I did it and I got it over with. I'm fucking happy. It's Wednesday. It's a beautiful day to be alive. And I hope you enjoyed the podcast Monday with Eddie Trunk. Good dude. You know what I'm saying? Good motherfucker. So now I'm part of the fucking heavy metal family down here in Jersey with him, Jameson, and my man Jimmy Florentine. But this last week, listen, man, if I miss things about California, and but I'm pretty much settled here, as you guys could see by the smile on my face and my comfortability and my, but I do miss what it was. I do miss what it was, what I was. I don't miss the condition I was in last year with, the last 8 years with the edibles and all that shit. But I do miss pieces of that life. If I didn't tell you I didn't miss pieces of that life, I'd be a fucking liar. I miss a lot of the guys. I miss a lot of the camaraderie. One of the reasons I left L.A., one of the reasons I came back to Jersey, let's get this out of the way, was I wanted to be closer to my family. In reality, I have no blood family. I was talking about the guys that I grew up with and, how they treated me when I was growing up. And I just wanted to be closer to them just in case this country did go into a hard time, something happened. I wanted to be around people that I could trust. And not that I didn't trust people in L.A., but in L.A., you're out there by yourself. I wanted you guys to understand and I'm not complaining. It was me, my wife, and Mercy. And yes, we had Lee, and we had our own little clique, Steve Simone and all those guys. But as far as comedians, like big timers, they were always on the move. So our only time to see each other was at the Comedy Store or any comedy function or nothing. It was very rarely that we did anything out of line. Once I moved out of Hollywood in 2010, I think we moved into North Hollywood first in Studio City. Up there, a lot of comics lived up there in that area. It was more, I would bump into comics in Hollywood at coffee shops, or if I went on Hollywood Boulevard to get something or something, a weed store or something. But when I went to the Valley, the comics that were up in the Valley were more family-oriented comics. I would bump into different guys to 7-Eleven and whatnot. The one I was in shock that I lived 3 blocks away from was Bert Kreischer. I did not know this. When I moved into that area, I lived basically close to Bert Kreischer, and then in time, I even moved closer to Bert Kreischer because I wanted my daughter to go to that school. Bert was the one that told me to get into that area, that the school was a better area for my daughter. So in a sense, it was, I moved to where I lived because of Bert, and I was closer to Bert. And at first, when I first moved into that area, I think it was 2016, I did that tour for Live Nation. I was really closer with Bert. We were doing the Bert cast every day. We were over there more. The legendary Ralphie story happened then. It was a lot more fun. Then our schedules got busier. And that's what made me sad about L.A., that I really wasn't seeing Joe. I really wasn't seeing Eddie. I really wasn't seeing Bert or Tom or any of my other friends unless it was at the store. For the holidays, we were all over the place. For different, events, we were all over the place. But there was one holiday that I saw somebody for like the last 4 years I was up in L.A., and that was Bert Kreischer. And we'd go to his house, and he had these Chinese friends. I love him. We would just talk about Chinese food being her, and, Bert's wife is great, and the girls. And I remember our last Christmas there, it was kind of cool out, and Bert had just put the pool in, and he was daring people to jump in the fucking pool and whatnot. And my daughter's like, I'll jump in the pool. And the people are like, what? And she's like, I'll jump in the pool. And they're like, Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. And Mercy's looking at him like, she's like, okay, I'll jump in the pool. And she had all her clothes on. And she started running towards the pool. And right before she went in the pool, she goes, stop. She goes, Mommy, hold my ring. And she gives her mom her ring out of all the fucking things you could hold. My sneakers, my socks, no. take my ring. I don't want it to get wet. We fucking died. Bert jumped in, my daughter jumped in, and that was the highlight of the night. Daddy, Mommy, hold my ring. And we fucking, till this day, whenever Bert saw Mercy, go, Mercy, hold my ring. And Mercy would just shake her head. So Bert was kind of family. You know, Mercy called him Uncle Bert. And when I found out he was leaving for 3 months, I kind of got sad. Then I heard he's coming back and he's leaving for 2 more months. So what I did this week was I did a little conversation, a little chat. And it was great. And it was great seeing him. And he looks great. And you see it for yourself. Enjoy meeting Bert, cocksuckers.
God damn.
What's up, kid?
It's a great looking studio, Joey.
This is the fucking bar. This is the Zoom room, as we fucking call it, because this was the bar. You know, this is, you should have moved in here. This is a great fucking bar. That's why I called the podcast Uncle Joey's Joint at first, because we were going to do it from the bar, but then we couldn't get cameras and shit like that. You look good.
So wait, that's not the bar your mom owned, is it?
No. This is a bar in my basement.
That's in your basement?
Yes.
Fuck.
We're going to yank this out, though, soon.
Oh, I love, you know, we had a bar. We bought a new house, and we had an old bar in it, and I wanted to keep the old bar, and it was too much of a pain in the ass to keep the old bar. Like, the fucking... to get back, you had to lift up part of the bar to get under it. And I guess it lost the spring, so the first time Isla did it, you know, she lifts it like this, and it fucking drops, and she holds up her fingers, and she goes, that was a close call. And so Leanne's like, we're getting rid of the fucking bar.
That broke your fucking heart. How's the new house?
We haven't moved in yet. We're still building. The podcast studio's done. The gym is done. Leanne's podcast studio's done. But we're going to be building that thing forever, I feel like.
How you feeling? You look great.
I feel great, Joey. I got to be honest with you. I feel better than I've ever felt. I'm working out twice a day, and I'm not drinking a ton. I'm having a couple glasses of wine at night, but I try to keep it. I keep it under a bottle, and I'm fine. You know, I can get up early and work out. I feel great. I'm probably the happiest I've ever been.